our next speaker, one of the leaders that help shape the students' mindsets, success, and future. Please, there is no need for introducing him, but I have to do it. Please, welcome to stage, Mr. Bawan Omar.
Morning, everybody. All week, during rehearsals, it's been drilled into us. You must stay within this red carpet. Do not step out of it. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do my speech over here. I don't need this. This is a spot reserved for you. Not for me, for you. I'll start my speech with, where are you from? It's a very, very easy question. But it's not one I can answer with precision. I was born during the Kurdish uprising. I was born in Iran. We moved back when I was young. About 6 years old, my dad passed away. My mum brought us up. 2 years after this, she decided, you know what it is? I'm going to take these 2 kids to England. We moved there. It's difficult. It was really, really strange. Didn't know anything. Didn't know how to act. Didn't even know the language. And the worst thing of all, we got placed in a city where the English people struggled to understand these people. And that's where we were. Going to school, first few months, Mum was coming for meetings every day. 2 of us, nightmare kids, naughty. Just wanted to do everything. Didn't want to wait in the queue for dinner. Would jump in. You want to get in my way? I'll beat you up. Didn't know you're not supposed to do this. I remember one day I was in year 6. The head teacher called my mum in for a meeting. Me and my brother sat there. Don't really understand what's going on, but we just kind of knew that this is not good. She came in, translator on the phone. Sargul Khan, the school are saying that they understand these 2 kids are trying to fit in. They're struggling. We're trying to help them. But they fought with every boy in the school. And now they're hitting the girls. Don't do this anymore. We didn't know we're not allowed to do this. But our main issue was we did not understand what was going on. They might have been nice to us. Didn't care. Ended up in a fight. Mum took us home, sat us down, and she was very, very good. She was a teacher and head teacher for about 28 years. So she was a very, very good communicator. She was very good at following up, and it was annoying when we were young. We used to call her the woodpecker. She was just constant. And she took us home and she sat us down. And she said, you know what it is? If you want to stay in school, if you want us to stay in this country, you've got to change. You've got to adapt. You have to work harder. There is no 2 ways about this. Okay, Mum, what do we do? You start hanging around with people. You do 1, 2, and 3. And she set it out for us. And she says, I'll follow you. I'll ask you questions about this every day. And I don't remember what she said. But one of the main things I remember is I turned around and I said to my brother, I said, you know, we've done it. We've hit the lottery. We get to stay out until 10 o'clock because Mum said we have to be like them. Straight away she said, you're in for 7 o'clock. Why 7 o'clock, Mum? You're in for 7. So we went along with it. Didn't really adjust, but tried our best. Tried to adapt. Tried to change, little by little. Mum would follow us a little bit every now and then. We went to secondary school, and there was about 800 students in the school. And I'm not joking. There was 3 foreign people in that school. There was me, my brother, and one other boy who was from Turkey. And we got bullied, man. We got bullied every day. every single day. Now this time, we weren't fighting because we didn't understand. We were fighting because we understood. It was the complete opposite. Struggled a lot again, secondary school year 7, year 8. My brother was always better than me at adjusting. Didn't take him very long to find his feet, to find friends. I was always in trouble. Getting sent home, behavior reports, detention, you name it. Mum getting called in for meetings. This became the norm. This was absolutely normal for me. 1 day in school, 3 days at home. Okay? I know, thank you. So, towards the end of year 9, bad reputation hanging over my head. And I remember the school always saying, we're only keeping you here because your mum's very nice, because we have no problems with your brother. All right, thank you. If I'm getting to get away with this, I'll keep doing it. But towards the end of year 9, as I started growing up a little bit, I had a little chat to myself. Didn't make a promise because I'm not good at keeping promises. And I just thought to myself, you know what it is? I've got to change. So I went back to school in year 10, full of hope, full of optimism. I'm going to do this. I'm going to be good. First week, go home for 3 days. Why? But this time something changed. I didn't react the way that I always reacted. There was no lash out from me. I just accepted it, that this is me with a bad reputation, one that I created for myself, and one that only I can change. So I went back to school after 3 days. Fine. Get on with it. Put your head down. I was all right. What I did is there was a group of kids that had just recently came to the school, and they always hung around with each other. Never really interacted with anybody. I went and started hanging around with them. And they always thought that I was helping them fit in, but in reality, they were helping me. I was back to square one. Okay, I could speak English. I didn't know what to do. Year 10, I was all right. Year 11, brilliant. Done my GCSEs. Got decent grades. Done well. And the thing that Mum always used to do is in the summer, she would bring us back to Kurdistan. Not spending summer in England doing nothing, son. We're going back to Kurdistan. I've got no friends here. I've got no one my age that I can hang around with. So I would sit in my uncle's shop in Rania for 6-7 hours a day, just doing nothing. 2 months of the year. But what this did is this still instilled Kurdistan and our roots deep into us. We weren't allowed to speak Kurdish, to speak English at home when Mum was around. We were forced to speak Kurdish. So I've always been all right at speaking Kurdish, but I'm not good at reading or writing. And whenever I go somewhere and they say, but you work at a school? I say, yes, I do, but I can't read or write. I can read now, but I can't write. I can speak. So GCSEs, we got our results, went back. College, this is my time to do what I want to do. I'm going to go in there, and that's it. I'm going to go to college. Mum sat me down. You're going to do computer engineering and software design. Well, it's not what I want to do. Yeah, but this is what you're going to do. This is what is going to take over the market in the next few years. So this is what you should do. And I remember looking at my brother and saying, you're going to do law. And guess what? I went to do software engineering and web design. And I hated it. But I stuck out with it for a year. First year, I got really good grades. Second year, it was coming towards the end of the second year. Around about Easter time, you get a 2-week break. Went off on the holidays. Finished. Not going back. What do you mean you're not going back? No, that's not what I want to do. I'm not going back. I hated the idea of sitting behind the desk with a computer in front of me and doing nothing. I can't keep still. I've got a little bit of ADHD. Some people call it a disability. I call it an absolute ability. I can't keep still. Okay? And I hated doing this. So I just didn't go back. I enrolled to go and join the British Royal Navy. I'm going to go into the Navy. Now, you say this to someone here, and they think that you're going to be at the front of the ship with a gun and you're just going to be firing away 24/7. And that's exactly the picture my mum had in her head. So my uncle got on the phone. You know, we're Kurdish, our uncles have to have a say in what we do, and our aunties have to decide what we do and how we do it and where we go. So my uncle got on the phone. Said, son, what you doing? I said, I'm going in the Navy. He said, what are you going to do there? Can you swim? So I don't need to swim, I'm going to be an engineer on a boat. He said, can you not be an engineer on land? I said, what do you want me to do? He said, I want you to go back to college. And I love my uncle. I respect him a lot. And he said, no, go back to college and just finish what you started. I said, no, I'm not going to do this. I'll go back to college, but this time I'm going to do what I want to do. I will do exactly what I want to do. You cannot decide for me. I'm not sitting behind a desk. I'm not writing code for 8 hours a day. Well, what do you want to do? I want to do sports science and fitness development. I said, can you run? I said, yeah, I'm good at running. I said, okay, go do it. But just think about what you're doing. So off I went to college, 2 years, loved it, absolutely loved it. The most difficult thing, and anybody, every single person here has either experienced it or will experience it. The most difficult thing from moving from school to university or college is discipline, is freedom. Not going to lectures? Fine. Mum doesn't get a phone call. I can do what I want. I'm going to go out for a meal. I'm going to go to the cinema. And I always had a structure. You get up at this time, you go to school at this time, you eat lunch at that time, you go home at that time. And we were followed with this. There was no structure no more. Could come and go when I wanted to. That's me. All of these blonde ones are me. And I had to discipline myself. I had to get up and go. Not be half an hour late. Because if I'm half an hour late, I know myself. I'll be an hour late the next day. And then I'll be an hour and a half late the next day. This is how I dressed when we first moved there, by the way. My mum bought me this jacket. I think it would still be too big for me now. That's me and my brother. He's adopted. He's not really. So anyway, went to college. Loved it at college, done very well, got on with everybody. But I had lost 2 years. I had lost 2 years because I dropped out of my first course. So I was automatically 2 years behind everybody. College, I done well, like I say. I got 2 distinctions in the merit, I think. Enrolled to go into university, once again, got to discipline yourself. First year, I was brilliant. I was really, really good. My assignments, I remember my teacher saying a few years back that we used to get samples of if you aim in between 50 and 60, this is how it should be, 60 and 70 or 70 and 80, and then 90 and above. We would get samples of what we should be doing from previous years. And I spoke to him a couple of years back. He said, you know what it is? I'm still using one of your assignments to give to students to say if you want to aim for 90% and above, this is what you should be aiming for. So I was doing well. I was proud of myself. First year of university, no issues. Second year, it's where the fun starts. I failed. I was back to square one. I failed, man. Couldn't believe it. But I knew why. I was slacking. I wasn't putting in the hard work. I wasn't adapting my schedule and my timetable. I wasn't doing what I was supposed to be doing. I just thought it's a walk in the park. Finished university. I went back. 3 years lost now. 3 years behind everybody. I went back to uni. Could have dropped out at this moment. Could have said, you know, I've tried it. Got here. Can't keep doing this. All of my friends are working. They're earning money. Money's a big factor when you're young. It becomes irrelevant when you get older. But I went back to the uni. Went back and I finished it. Done well. Started working at HMRC, Her Majesty's Revenue and Customs. I became the tax man. Someone who every single person hates. You know what I was doing? Sitting behind the desk and the computer. The very thing I hated, and I'd done this for 7 years. After 7 years, I woke up one day. I hadn't been back to Kurdistan for 10 years. I woke up one day and I thought to myself, I'm going to go and visit. Came back, met somebody in the crowd sitting there today. Okay? Got married. Had the option of moving back there, but we decided to give Kurdistan a go. And this is the single most difficult choice I've ever had to make. Me again. Had to be Kurdish. Couldn't be anything else. We tried. We decided to give Kurdistan a go. We're going to give this place a go. We're going to give it 2 years. Maximum 2 years. It's fine to ask questions when you're young. When a kid asks questions, when children ask questions, it's fine because that's what they're supposed to do. But try asking childish questions as an adult. You get laughed at. People make fun of you. And the majority of my questions would be aimed at this gentleman over there, Mr. Bawan, who still makes fun of me for them today. And it took me a long time to adapt. This adaptation period was very difficult. Extremely difficult, and I resonate with everybody who does this, either moves abroad or moves back here. When you do this, you have to adopt 2 personalities. I am somebody there, and I am somebody here. So I started working. 6 months I was at home without a job. Applied at Cambridge. Went for an interview. What do you want to be? I want to apply to be a PE teacher, because I like moving around. Interview finished, I went home. A couple of days, well, I think it might have been the same day or the day after, I got a phone call. Hello, Mr. Bawan, how are you doing? Yeah, I'm brilliant, thank you. Glad to offer you a position. Oh, thank you very much. Science teacher. But I don't know anything about science. No, you'll be good at it, is exactly what I got told. But I've never done it. No, come in for the training, you'll be brilliant. Okay, then I'll give this a go. So I turned up to work. Never spoke to anyone. I was a bit of an outsider for the first year. Just went in with my backpack, went into class, came out and went home. But the only thing that happened is I got on really well with the kids. I got on really well with them. And they helped me adapt. They helped me fit in. Second year, doing well. So I thought, one day I get a phone call from Miss Chapka. Hello, Mr. Bawan, how are you doing? Yeah, I'm very good, miss. Do you have time after school? I thought, oh, I'm getting sacked, yeah. What have I done? Yeah, I do, miss. Could you pop in? Yeah, of course. Went in. Knocked on her door after school. She's not there. I thought, get in. I get to spend another day at school. I'll come back in tomorrow. I'll say goodbye to the kids. Next day I come in. Same thing. I went in. Offering the position of secondary coordinator. Me? Yes. Why? I think the first question was, how's your relationship with the teachers? And I said, well, I don't know any of them. So I got offered this position. Now, I went from being somebody who struggled to adapt, struggled to persevere, to being handed this position of responsibility, of guidance. And I got a lot of help. The first 2 years, I got a lot of help. And one day, somebody turned up in my office and said this, I'm moving my child. And this was after 3 years of the same kid having recent exams for math. Grade 7, grade 8, grade 9. He kept having recent exams for math. Nothing else. He was fine at everything else. And I would just constantly say to him, leave him, give him another year. Well, can you guide him? Well, he's doing everything he's supposed to be. He's working. If his hard work doesn't pay off today, it's going to pay off tomorrow. It's going to pay off next year. And next year, well, he's got recent exams again in math. Well, Mr. Bawan, he said he's going to be fine. He is going to be fine. Just leave him. And then he rocked up in my office one day. He says, I'm going to move him. I said, no, let him do grade 10. You've been dragging me for 3 years with this. I said, yeah, but let him do grade 10. It's his IGCSE exams. He's going to be all right. Just let him get this qualification. He says, okay. He left him. And this specific student, if I'm not mistaken, got 4 B's and a C very, very, very good for somebody who was failing. He's going to graduate this year. That very student is going to graduate this year. And he's going to have the option whether to go to med school or to go to engineering. And you know what he chose? He chose math at AS and A level. This thing that he had struggled at for years, he chose it. Why? He said, because I've done all the work for it. I know how to study for it. He didn't give up. And I saw myself in him. Thought, you know what it is? This is exactly what I want. And I want to leave you with a very, very small quote. Something very, very small. Everybody know what crabs are? If you go back one, this one, perseverance. I didn't give up. I've got a family and I've got 2 kids now. They didn't give up. They graduated. And some of these were ready to drop out. And I guarantee you that these graduating this year, they're not giving up either. If they fail, they'll be back. They'll be back to do it again. And this is what we breed. This is what life gives you. Okay? Crabs. Everybody know what crabs are? Seafood lovers? Where? Dirty people. Crabs, when they're born, soft and mushy on the inside, very, very hard shell. After a certain point, what they do is they swim to the bottom of the ocean and they look and they find the hardest rock that they can find at the bottom of the ocean, and they smash into it. And they do it time and time and time again. And they break their own shell. They break the very thing that's protecting them. They expose themselves to danger and vulnerabilities in order to grow. They do this 2 or 3 times during their life. They don't give up. They keep breaking their own shell to grow. I stepped out of this, by the way. Has anything happened to me? I've been fine. Step out of your circle. Get out of your comfort zone. If even one of you can walk out of this door today and think to themselves, I'm here today because I didn't give up, then I've achieved something. This is unconscious. This is very, very unconscious. We don't think about it, but we do it every day. We adapt to situations. We work hard to achieve. And if you walk out of that door and you think to yourself, I've done well to be here today, and I guarantee you've done a lot better than you can ever imagine. So thank you very much.